Oh shit. Oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Garby Garblin, and welcome back to the second part of me attempting to beat Super Mario Bros. 1 for the very first time, warpless. So, in the last episode, I was able to get through the first 4 worlds of the game and stopped over on 5-1, so we're halfway through. Now, hypothetically, I'm going to go for about an hour tonight. Hypothetically, I'd like to get through the rest of the game. Ideally, I'd like to get through the rest of the game. Now, whether that's going to happen in an hour of playtime or not, I'm not necessarily too sure. Knowing my level of gameplay and how the other night went, I'm not going to give too much stock in the idea of me actually getting through the entire game tonight. Excuse me. Ooh. So, yeah, the plan is to beat the game tonight. I suppose we'll see if that happens or not. So let me load my state here on my legitimate NES. Restore state. Yes, good. It's saved. Alright, so we're on 5-1. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1. So, the game is going to be a lot less familiar to me kind of from this point onward. Obviously I've seen these levels before, but oh jeez, I've seen these levels before, and played little bits and pieces of them and stuff like NES Remix and you know, various stuff like that. Oh shit. And yeah, so I've like played bits of these levels, but I don't feel super confident in remembering them. It's been a ton of years since I played NES Remix, or like watched a full playthrough of this game even. So we'll see how far I get here before I start really hitting a brick wall. I think the play might just be to not focus too much on the game. Oh god, we have Hammer Brothers. Oh shit. Okay, these little bastards. Oh my god, and you die in the worst possible way. Of course, that's a game over as well, but we have our trusty respawn trick here to get at least back to 5-1. And 5-1 didn't seem to cause me too many issues here. Watch me jinx myself. Doesn't seem to be too hard. And of course, there's the star here. So just get that like we did last time. And as long as I don't fall into any pits, I should be good for the end of the level. What did I say? What did I just fucking say? Oh my god. Anyway. Oh, so how's your guys' day been? I've had a... no, you know what? Not too bad. My day hasn't been too bad. A little long at work. I work a job where... depending on what shift I work, there will be either quite a bit going on or not a lot going on, and it's highly dependent on the season as well. So right now we're kind of in a bit of a slower season. Going into the holidays, it'll pick up quite a bit more, but September, October are a little rough, a little slow. So yeah, I have a lot of waiting at my job. Don't want to get too much into it. Alright. Round 2, motherfucker. Okay. Alright, that's okay. I have a mushroom. Whoa! I didn't kill him! Oh, shit! Okay. Okay, I got really worried there for a second. Yeah, so my day's been alright. Slow day at work, but, other than that, can't complain. Just had some food before starting this up. There's a Canadian fast food chain called Harvey's. Canadians will know. Really, really good burgers. And poutine there. Had a buffalo chicken poutine for dinner. Absolutely immaculate, scrumptious dinner. Ooh. Jeez, the later you get into this game, oh my god, man. The later you get into this game, the more you really appreciate mushrooms and what they can offer you. Man, I'm already down to 1 life left. Okay. So right off the bat, we're not doing very good. Right off the bat, I can already tell that this tonight's session may not include much progress compared to last night's session. Not last night, 2 nights ago. But we'll see. Things always could change. And the more I play these levels, the more I'll commit them to memory. And I think as long as I can commit them to memory good enough, I'll get through them with less and less pain. Whoa. I just gotta remember where the mushrooms are, I think is the big important thing. Because the mushrooms are gonna be friggin' lifesavers. Oh, hello, Mr. Koopa. Alright, already I can tell 5-1 is not really giving me trouble. 5-2, however, is a different story. Because of those damn Hammer Brothers. Those damn Hammer Brothers. Oh, wow. Sucking ass, man. I'm sucking so much ass. Whoa. Did you guys see that? I don't think I've ever seen 2 bullet bills. Oh, man. Man, do I almost just like game over on purpose at this point? Just to restart at 5-1 with all my lives. I might as well give it a decent go here. Whoa. All right. Ooh, hello, Mr. Paratrooper. Okay. Mushroom here, right? Yeah. All right. So just gonna get rid of Mr. Koopa here, so I can lock in and focus on Mr. Hammer Brother. You are going through the wall, sir. I don't believe that is a legal play. I think you are breaking regulation doing that. Oh, okay. These things scare the shit out of me. See, the trick is if they get onto structures with blocks underneath them, you just gotta wait till they like jump up on one of those and then hit them from below. And then they're not too hard. They're not too scary. They're still a little scary though, I can't lie. These things are freaking me out. Oh, just get them from below. And get them from below. There we go. Alright. Mushroom here. No. Mushroom here. Star. I'll take that. No, I won't. There's a mushroom here, though. Right here. And you really, like I said earlier, you really gotta treasure the mushrooms when you get them, because they give you that extra hit. And that extra hit is so useful. Oh, there's another one. I guess World 5, they probably still give you a good amount of mushrooms. It's not till, like, probably World 6, 7, where they get a little stingy. And then, of course, there's lost levels, which I don't even really want to think about. There is always... So, I definitely love to hear people's takes on this. If you don't know, this game has 2 sequels, two twos. There's 2 Super Mario Bros. 2s that exist. There is the version that you're probably familiar with. You're probably familiar with both. If you're watching this video, you probably know where I'm going with this. It's like the easiest to nerd Nintendo fact to know about. One of the easiest. There's the version that we got here in North America with the... oh, geez, almost fell off there. With, like, plucking vegetables, and you can play as, like, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. With, like, the Shy Guys and all that. There's that Mario 2, which is not really the original Super Mario Bros. 2. That's a reskinned version of a Famicom Disk System game that the Super Mario Bros. 1 team worked on for a Japanese festival called Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic. And we're on the castle here, so I think I just gotta, again, keep going on my little tangent. So, the actual Super Mario Brothers, the actual Super Mario Brothers 2 was released on the Famicom Disk System less than a year after the first game came out, and it was really just meant to be kind of like sequels back in the day for video games were sort of just meant to be like harder versions of the base game. They didn't really want to reinvent the wheel on a lot of sequels, and I'm dead. That's it. Was that my last life? Yeah. Shit. Alright, well at least I got the castle this time. So that's a good sign. I think I may win. I may win World 5 on my next attempt. But yeah, so the back in the day, sequels were not really too crazy from the original versions of games. They were just basically the same assets, same engine and all that, just with different levels. And that's basically what the original Super Mario Bros. 2 was. It was basically all the same assets and graphics and engine from Mario 1, with some slight graphical differences, like the clouds have smiley faces and the bushes, I think, have smiley faces as well. So it looks a little nicer. There's a little more graphical detail because it's on the disk system. But the levels are entirely new, and it was really meant for people that had mastered the first game. And as you can see by my gameplay, I have by no means mastered this game. So that second game, which we know in North America as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, because infamously, the game was brought to Nintendo of America's headquarters for review, and Howard Phillip, the guy that looked over NES games and kind of determined which games would make it to North America and which ones would stay Japanese only. Played kind of an early build or a final test build of the Japanese Mario 2. Found it was way too hard, pretty well died immediately, and was like, yeah, we can't release this. This is awful. And it is awful. Every time I've played Mario 2, I've never really clicked with it. Lost Levels Mario 2. So, what I'm wondering is if I do end up playing more of the NES Marios, if I do end up Let's Playing future games in this series, do I go Lost Levels for Mario 2, or do I play Mario 2 USA? Because what I would personally like is to go on to Mario 2 USA, because I've also never beaten that game. And I think I would be a little more interested and a little more... I think Mario 2 USA is still hard, but I think it's a little more my speed in terms of what I think I can handle as a gamer. Whereas Lost Levels is like... fucked, man. Lost Levels is out of the question hard, and I miss that mushroom great. So, I would definitely like to hear if you think maybe I should give Lost Levels a try. Maybe leave a comment on this video making your case for why Lost Levels may be a good choice, or maybe I'll do them both. There is always the possibility that I start Lost Levels as well and don't finish it. Like kind of a tryout video. I've thought about doing that with some games rather than committing to full playthroughs. Mario 2 USA, I do think eventually, it might not be for a while, but I do think eventually Mario 2 USA is definitely on the table. And then Mario 3, 100%. Mario 3 is a game that I, again, have never beaten before. I haven't beaten any of the original Mario trilogy on NES. The earliest Mario game that I have beaten is World, which is, in Japan, is subtitled Super Mario Bros. 4. So I have beaten that game, and that is one of my favorite Mario games, actually. Probably my favorite 2D Mario is World. But, yeah, I've beaten that one, but I've never beaten 1, 2, and 3 before. So we're doing 1 now. 2 USA, I'd say, is pretty well a lock, and I'd say 3 is eventually a lock as well. But Lost Levels, I don't think is going to be happening. Whoa! Alright, so the question is, do I go for that mushroom? Because I think that is a mushroom. Oh my god! friggin' potaboos. And I've got 1 life left. Okay, so I think the answer is probably don't go for the mushroom. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it was just too much of a risk. Okay. I'm gonna play very conservatively here. Because I'd really like to not... Oh my god, I thought I was gonna... I thought I had already fallen. Dude. Oh, man. So this is gonna be basically... like the last video, where I spent the last video stuck in World 1 jail. Now I'm stuck in World 5 jail. Do I even, like... I should just... if I have a death like that at the start of 5-1, I should just game over. I should just lose all 3 of my lives on purpose, because there's no point in starting off my run on the first level of the world having already died once. So yeah, I'm just going to game over on purpose there. Because I need all the lives I can get. Maybe I should be focusing on getting coins, too. Because if you didn't know, and I'm sure you know, there's no way you don't know, 100 coins in this game does grant you an extra life. There are also hidden 1-ups in certain areas. I don't know where basically any of those are. I know the one in 1-1 for sure, and then I'm pretty sure I know where the one in 1-2 is. And that's it. I don't know the location of any other hidden 1-up in the game. Why didn't you jump? Why didn't you jump? That was awful. But yeah, there's tons of hidden 1-ups in this game, and I'd definitely like to, once I finish this, maybe go back and look at locations. Oh, hey, there's one. Just as I'm talking about them, I find one, and I reckon, I bet that this pipe here is a secret. Let me see. Yeah. Yes, coins. Might as well. I think this is honestly such a good game to play late night like I'm doing. Both of these recordings have been, you know, around midnight, 1 a.m. I think it's about 11:30 right now. Dude, come on. Because if it was earlier in the day, I'd have a little more energy, and I'd probably get a little madder than I am getting. But that's not what I want. I want these videos to be chill. So I think, at least for now, 1-up. Come on, is there not a 1-up here? I thought there was a 1-up here. Maybe you can only get it once per credit. Or it's a different area that looks the same. Alright, well that 5-1 could have gone a lot better. Because I think I'm just down to 1 life now. Yeah, just down to 1 life. So, what other topics of conversation do I have for tonight? I don't really plan these at all. I just kind of ramble, and I think that is what makes... I think that's what makes my commentary what it is, for better or for worse. So... maybe I should start doing a comment question of the day or something. I don't know. I'm trying to channel kind of that old LP vibe, that old early Let's Play vibe. Sort of a... These are some old head names I'm about to say, like Chugga Conroy, Nintendo Capri Sun, Proton John... That type of vibe, those old heads, the Runaway Guys crew, and that sort of group. Dude, that was awful. Kind of more of a laid-back approach, though. Definitely just like a, sort of, I guess, a mix between that old style of Let's Play with less, oh, I just realized what I did. Oh shit, okay. Thank God I fucking saved a state here, man. I just forgot to do the continue code. I need to really be careful about that. I'm thinking maybe I should save a state at the start of each world just to be safe once I first arrive at a new world. Yeah, so I'm trying to kind of channel like early YouTube Let's Plays, the early days of LPs, with maybe a mix of like a podcast or an ASMR video, I guess. Maybe one day I'll get an ASMR microphone and truly make this an audio delight. I've been told I have a nice voice. So I figured why not use that voice for chill stuff and not pure blinding rage and anger, which you'll get if I do ever play Lost Levels. There'll be a lot of that. So maybe if you want to hear me angry, make your case for why I should play that game. Because right now I'm thinking that is an absolute fucking no-go. Come on, man. And I say I'm not gonna get angry in this playthrough. I'm gonna get a little salty. You've seen some salt. You've seen some salt. There's been salt. Oh, we're gonna be here a long time. How long have I been recording for? 20 minutes? Okay. So like I said, I'm gonna go like an hour tonight. I'm already thinking probably not gonna beat the game unless I lock in and unlock my true gamer potential here, which could happen. I'm not gonna rule that out completely. But I wouldn't hold my breath. Oh my god. Especially not after gameplay like that. So as like kind of a secondary stopping point, maybe 7-1. If I can get to 7-1, I'd be happy. So just beat World 5 and World 6. Or maybe 8-1, if I'm lucky. We'll see. Dude, I'm loading the state, man. So there is definitely an argument to be made that I'm not truly beating this game in the true gamer way, because I am utilizing save states and a continue code. But that continue code is built into the game, and I use the save states mainly for ease of recording so that I don't have to do this all in one sitting. Which maybe I'm being a fake gamer. Maybe that's the whole point, is you're supposed to beat this in one sitting. So I would definitely see that there's an argument to be made that I'm not gaming the true way. But to that I say, fuck you. Eat my ass. So there's like sometimes a mushroom here and sometimes there isn't. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. This game is weird. This game is weird. Alright. 5-1 done. 5-2. The Hammer Brothers level. I don't think I've been here with 4 lives yet. So this is a good sign. Let me not squander it. I think I just need to play much more cautiously than I've been playing. I tend to play recklessly in these platformers because in modern games I can get away with that. There's a level of polish to the controls where a little bit of recklessness is okay because I'm good enough at the game otherwise, and I trust the controls enough otherwise where it doesn't really get me into shit. But in this game, these controls are a little rough. They're a little dated. I don't really want to get into that whole discussion tonight, but this game has aged. I don't think anybody can really deny that. It's a revolutionary game, but it's definitely showing its age. This game is literally 40 years old as of earlier this month. So this game is older than probably most people watching this video, if I had to guess. I don't have any analytics yet. I did just start this channel. Let me get a running start here so I can actually make this jump. And that's 5-2. Done and dusted. Didn't want to speak too soon there. There were still a couple jumps I could have fucked up. And we're on to 5-3, which I don't really remember 5-3, so I think it's pretty easy. What the hell was 5-3? Okay, yeah, this level's not that bad. Watch me get a game over here. Okay, I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real good about this. I'm feeling peachy. Whoa, almost didn't make that. Okay. Alright, light work, no reaction. And we're onto the castle with full lives. So I think this is going to be a World 5 success. Unless I really choke here. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. We're going to go upper path. So this will be a big one to knock out. I'll be excited to be finished with this game. Oh. Because this is probably the biggest, most noteworthy game that I have not completed. And I already know what I'm doing. I already have a pretty good idea. That's World 5, done and dusted. Beautiful. I already have a very, very good idea of what game I'm doing next. There's a little hint. I may have mentioned it in the previous video. So if you want to go back and really scrutinize every single game I talked about there, feel free. I am going to save a state here because I'm at World 6. So just in case I fuck up that continue code, rather than having to go back a whole world and force you guys to sit through my horrible World 5 gameplay again, I'm going to go ahead and save a state here so I don't have to do that again. Welcome to World 6. Alright, this is really where I start to not have any idea what the hell's going on in this game. Oh, case in point. Look at that. Look at how good that was. Alright. So yeah. I definitely think that this kind of Let's Play format is what I'm going to be doing for a little while, because it's what I am very much capable of doing at the moment for my level of video production expertise. So for a little while there, just expect this as the usual content, I suppose. Just me sitting down, chilling, probably late night most of the time, playing some games, talking, discussing life. And if you fuck with that, then stick around. Gonna be a lot more where that came from. Ooh. Okay, so 6-1's already given me some trouble. Not a big fan of the Lakitu levels, I can't lie. Dude, man, what is going on? I think I'm like, I get too focused on, like, making sure that my commentary is okay, to, like, truly focus in on the game when I'm being shown a new level. So I think that's why, these first attempts at a world have been so kind of assy. Because I am not really paying attention to my surroundings. I'm just trying to think up things to say next. But I'll get better at that. I just need to lock in, I guess, as the kids say. I think maybe I should have picked, as appropriate as this game was, and I don't regret playing this as my first game. I think if I picked a game that I maybe knew a little better as my first game, I wouldn't have this problem with commentary as much. I'd focus a lot less on the game. So that's, I think, definitely expect a quality bump in commentary starting with my next Let's Play, because my next Let's Play is a game that I will not be beating for the first time. It's a game that I've beaten many a times, and I think this is the end of the level here, so yes, okay. So yeah, next game I'll be able to focus a lot more on making sure that I have good commentary and making sure that I'm saying things that are interesting. I even got fireworks, nice. But this is rough. This is a rough first game to play because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing in the video game and also what I'm doing with my vocal cords at the same time. But I think people appreciate that. There's an earnestness about this and what I'm doing. Alright, we're kind of cruising here. We're kind of cruising USA. Oh, okay. So 6-2. I'm gonna. Okay. I saw a potential. Oh, excuse me. I saw a potential death there that I was not very happy with, and it almost happened. Jeez, I'm getting like weird lag spikes that should not be happening. Maybe it's a disk system thing. The disk system version of this game might have performance issues, which as far as I know is not the case. It could just be the FPGA core messing up, but I don't know. And yes, I am playing this on, for all you dorks, for all you turbo nerds, ooh, weird color palette here, I am playing this on a Mr. FPGA. So if that gives me some gamer cred, some lost gamer cred from my gameplay here, I will take that. Because I know what an FPGA is, and I think that's impressive. Maybe it isn't. Whoa! Whoa! Oof. Okay. Okay. These Bullet Williams are kind of yanking me. Whoa! Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm on the castle. I'm already on the World 6 castle. So, don't fuck this up, I guess. Oh, please tell me this isn't another maze. As long as it's another maze, I'm going to take this slow and cautious. And I reckon I'll be okay. Alright, maybe not, but we'll see. Nope. 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 That's alright. So far, gotta say, 6-4, 6-3 scared me a little bit. But so far, World 6 does not seem to be nearly as scary as World 5. Oh, this level too. This level sucks. World 6-1 is not my favorite either. So maybe World 6 does kind of suck, and I'm wrong. But surely it can't get any worse than this, right? Okay, alright, dodge the spinies. Get up here. I think we're big chillin'. I think we are large chillin'. We are big Chinese season. If anyone knows, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Yeah. So I've been thinking about kind of a social media presence and what I want with that. Because truthfully, I am trying to use social media less in my day-to-day life, other than this and watching YouTube in my spare time. I do a lot of that. But other stuff, I've gotten rid of Twitter. Twitter was not good for really anything. I was getting to a point where I was opening the app and seeing some of the shit people posted, and I just got really sad about a lot of things, and it was just not good for my mental health. So I was like, why am I still doing this? I just kind of had a realization one day where I was like scrolling Twitter, and I saw something really upsetting, and I'm like, all right, well, why don't I just stop using this shitty app? So I deleted my Twitter, and so I'm not on Twitter anymore, and I definitely don't ever want to be on Twitter again. So you have my Garby Garblin guarantee that if I do start a social media presence, Twitter is not one of them. Twitter will never be one of those things. Maybe Blue Sky. I've heard better things about Blue Sky, so we'll see. Instagram, perchance. I already use Instagram. Instagram's probably the social media that I use the most for like the non-YouTube social medias. That and TikTok are kind of my soup du jour. That just means soup of the day, right? People just say that to mean soup of the day. Soup du jour. Yeah. Man, would you believe it if I said I was 50% French Canadian? Blood-wise, because I may be. I may very well be. But I don't know a lick of French. So, thanks, Dad. Anyway. Holy shit. Holy shit. I wasn't even fucking paying attention. I'm on 6-4 with, well, I did have 3 lives. And we've been going for just over 35 minutes. So I think a 7-1 start is pretty likely. But I'm going to go for an hour tonight. I'm going to go for a full hour. And see how far I get. If I can get an 8-1 start, that would be even better. Or if I even beat the game tonight. Wouldn't that be crazy? Though, like I said at the start of this, I am not holding my breath for that. Ooh. But it would be cool. It would be very, very cool. And I almost just hit that. Oh, he's throwing hammers now. Okay. Alright, Bow Wow. Alright, Bow Wow. I see the games you're playing. You're whispering to me. You're telling me how it is. Okay. Man, it would be really nice if the one mushroom in this level wasn't in the most unbelievably obnoxious spot. Look at this. And there's a fucking Podoboo there, too. Okay. Alright. If I can just, like, keep this mushroom to the end of the level, then I can damage boost through Bowser and guarantee that I beat the level. So I'm playing Bowser has hammers now. Ah, shit. Bowser has hammers now, so he's playing like 3D chess, and I'm just on like another. Okay. Oh man. Is that game over? Fuck. Okay. All right, not a big deal. I feel pretty good about my ability to get back there. What I was saying was, before Bowser rudely interrupted me, was that he is in fact playing a 3-dimensional game of chess, while with a mushroom equipped. If I perchance had a mushroom at the point, just kill me, just game over me, please. If I had a mushroom when I reached him, the game wouldn't even be, we wouldn't even be experiencing the same level of thought, the same dimension. We wouldn't even be on the same plane of existence anymore, as I would be playing a 4-dimensional game of chess. Let me reload that state, because I just was not paying attention to what I was doing there. I would be playing a 4-dimensional video game of chess with him. Not even a physical game. That's right, a video game of chess with this man. I just need to get back there and also have a mushroom. 2 things which I do feel quite strongly about my ability to do. Dude, we're gonna get to a point where like people don't know what this game is. Like, are we gonna get to, that sounds insane. Are we gonna get to a point where today's youth will be so wrapped up in their iPads and their skibbity toilets and their Fortnite Fortnite Ninja challenge videos, Battle Royale, Fortnite, Lucky Block, Amazing Digital Circus, Poppy's Playtime, Five Nights at Freddy's, Friday Night Funkin' challenge videos, that they will not remember the Super Mario, and they will not remember what he stands for, and they will not remember that he crushes turts, much like the mysterious, potentially fictitious Dr. Pepper. That's going to be another if you know, you know. And that's a particular if you know, you know, where if you don't know, I sound absolutely insane. So yeah, enjoy that. But I did have a real point there, I think. And the point was, at what point will Super Mario be forgotten by the world at large? Because I feel like he's been such an iconic character for so long. Where like, will he ever truly die out, or will people like, will people like me pass down the elite ball knowledge of the Super Mario 2 generations past, 2 generations present, I should say. I will be generations past. What's going to be the last person? One day the last person will play this game. There will be a final person to sit down and play the original Super Mario Brothers. And whether that is at the end of the world, or I don't know. I really, at this point, I think I've lost the plot on this, and I no longer know what I'm saying. And maybe the delirium of having not slept super great last night is starting to catch up with me, as it is getting rather late tonight, and I should probably go to bed relatively soon. But maybe this makes for good content. Maybe my insane, incoherent ramblings make for funny. And if it does make for funny, then I'm alright with that. That is the aim, to entertain, after all. I am now a certified YouTube funny man. Did I have any other non-incoherent thoughts to get out of this video before I stopped? I think yes. I think one thing I did want to mention was, and I don't really care too much about metrics right now. I am doing this for the love of the game. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm making zero money doing this. This is purely just because I really fucking enjoy making content, and I've wanted to make content for so long. But I was thinking today in the shower, like, some good old shower thoughts. I was thinking, like, well, what do I want metrics-wise? What's a good goal I can set for myself that I think is realistic? And I was like, what if I can get 50 subscribers? If I can hit 50 individual subscribers before the end of this year, 50 unique people watching this channel and fucking with the incoherent ramblings and the shit that comes out of my mouth, I would be quite happy about that. So that is my goal, and that's world. That's world 6 done. Hell yeah. Thank you, Mario, but you suck, and I'm flipping you the double bird. If you don't know, look at that sprite close up. Looks like Toad is flipping Mario off. Good old Super Mario. But yeah, no, it's completely serious. If I can hit, let me make sure to save the state and not load. Cool, okay. If I can hit 50 subscribers before the end of December 31st of this year, I would be so happy with that. So if you enjoy, if you stumbled across this video on your recommended page, or on if you were looking for Super Mario Brothers gameplay to put in your video essay retrospective video, and you came across this video, and you enjoy the weird, crazy, insane shit that's coming out of my mouth, then perchance hit that freaking subscribe button. And maybe if there's 50 of you by the time of the end of this year, I will feel really good about myself. I'm going to save a state with 3 lives. Boom. Just because I had 2 the last time I started over. This level already kind of sucks ass, I will be honest. I haven't had a chance to really comment on it yet, but I am not having a good time here. Okay, alright. Okay. Which one of these has a mushroom? Which one of these has a mushroom? Is it you? Is it you, good sir? None of you have a mushroom. Okay. Sweet. I think this is the point in the game where you're not going to be getting too many mushrooms. They're not going to really give them away that much. Okay. So I need to really channel my inner gamer here because I'm not going to be getting handouts anymore. At least I do not think so. And of course, my dearest Hammer brothers are here. The Hamelius brothers. They are here to make my life so much easier. Maybe if I can despawn their asses on off the side of the screen. I think I really need to go to bed. Holy shit, man. This is starting to feel like a dream. I don't even know if I'm going to upload this tonight. I might just... Whoa! Hello! Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. Look at me. This is awful. This commentary has gotten so much worse. Which maybe makes it better. I'm not gonna discount the possibility that people are really enjoying this. Okay. A Super Mario mushroom! Yes! Yes, I love the Super Mario mushroom. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you so much for the Super Mario mushroom. Yes, yes, I love the Super Mario mushroom. Yes. Okay, 7-1. So we are approaching the end of this game, ladies and gentlemen. I am just a few short levels. 7, counting this one, 7 short levels from the end of this game. Oh dear God, it's more underwater. And I think this is the bad one. I think this is the crappy, the poopy underwater level. Because I think there's only 2 or 3 of them in this game. I know that, freaking epic spoiler alert for a 40-year-old game, I know that the final level has an underwater section in it. But this is the level that people don't like because of the bloopers. The silly bloopers. I don't like the bloopers. I just don't like the bloopers very much, alright? I don't like the bloopers. We don't like the bloopers, alright? And that was perchance the worst Donald Trump impression that the world has ever seen. To the point where I would be shocked if even a single person picked up on who that was supposed to be before I said the name. Okay, 7-2, 49 minutes into the recording. I will go for a little over an hour if I know I can beat 7, World 7. Oh, this level. I think, if I am not mistaken, this is a level, this is free as fuck. This is not free as fuck. This was, in fact, not remotely free. Yes. Alright, 7-2 wasn't that bad. 7-3, I think, will be not that bad. 7-1, I think, is where a lot of my lives are gonna end up getting drained. This bullet bill shit is not fun. Not fun. I don't like these ground bullet bill emplacements. These do not spark joy. And the Hammer Brothers, too. You really just... 7-1, man. 7-1's got it all. in terms of like what Garby hates in this video game. 7-1 has just about everything, if I do say so myself. Oh man. Alright. Hello, Mr. Hammer brother. I kill you, I kill your friend. I kill you, I kill your friend. Okay. And I think this is the end of the level. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of when they spawn 2 bullet bills out of the 1 cannon. I don't like when they do that. Not a big fan of that. Alright, 7-1 with 2 lives left, I believe. Yeah, I think this is probably going to have to be a 3-parter. This is definitely going to be a 3-parter. Because I think it is dangerous for me to stay up any longer after I beat World 7. And then that'll leave one final part for the assault on World 8, which I remember World 8 of this game from like playing little snippets of it in NES Remix, and playing with warps. I remember World 8 not being very kind, to say the least. So World 8 may end up being another, 30-40 minute video on its own. And that's just one world. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not counting out that World 8 will be a short video. I think World 8 may very well be another long video. So I think it's probably smart for me to end this on World 8-1. You know what? Yeah. I'm locked in on getting to 8-1 in this recording. Unless I'm going for like, if I get to like an hour and a half and I'm just not making it past World 7, then I guess I'll leave it for a part 3. But oh shit, that sucks. It was a really bad way to die. Yeah, I lost my train of thought completely. Hang on. I'm locking in here. Fish! Fuck! Oh, this level's gonna be the death of me, isn't it? Okay. So, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, if I go like an hour and a half tonight, and I still have not beaten World 7, then I am not going to beat World 7, and I'm going to save it for a part 3. If I beat World 7, and it's been under an hour, which is not looking likely, I have like 7 minutes until I hit an hour, I'm just going to kill myself and respawn. Yeah, I'm gonna end the recording early if I beat World 7, is what I'm trying to say. If I don't hit an hour and beat World 7, I'm gonna stop the recording and not do 8 until part 3. And yeah, this is great commentary. Oh, I'm starting to lose it. I'm starting to lose it. This is you get delirious, Gabe, tonight. This is a special breed of me that you get, and it's me when I haven't slept very well, which is truthfully quite often. I do not generally get amazing sleep on the day-to-day. So this might be a more common occurrence than you think. So if you're all right with this level of unhinged rambling and such, then stick around. But if this is too much for you, then maybe buyer beware. You're in for a scare. I think that's yeah, that's accurate. I really deeply, I know I've said this before, but I really deeply do not enjoy this level. I'm really having quite the opposite of a good time in this level. I need to take my mind off this. I need to think of something new to say. Oh, not the pit, bro. Why would you fall in the pit, bro? Please, Unk. Oh my lord. I was talking yesterday, 2 nights ago. Not yesterday. Stop saying yesterday. Stop saying yesterday! I was talking last recording about how hard it is to concentrate on talking and playing the game. I talked about that today as well. About how hard it is to play this game and also give good commentary. And man, that's really we're seeing the final form of that, which is I'm not giving good commentary and I'm also not playing the game very well. So what am I doing? And my brain, I think, see normally when I'm doing this and I am like decently rested, then my brain is like, all right, 50% of my brain is going towards good, like talk well, and then the other 50% is play the fucking game well. But now it's like 10% of my brain is like play the game well, 5% of my brain is like talk well, and then the other 85% of my brain is like, go the fuck to bed, Gabe. This is too, you're doing this too late. I'm just gonna game over again on purpose. Man, I should make some kind of death montage after I beat this. Because this is embarrassing. There will be... The death montage will be the length of like an entire part of this game, of this playthrough. So yeah, also, comment shit. Comment what you want to see me play. If there's like specific games that you want to see me play in the future. If you have good ideas and shit, I will absolutely take everyone's suggestions to heart. Whether I'll end up playing the game or not, we'll see. I guess it's really going to depend if I own the game, how familiar I am with the game, or if I'm alright with doing that game blind. There are some games that I would rather probably sit down and play first and have some level of familiarity before I commit to let's playing them. Because one thing I'd rather not do is like ham in playing a game. Like even with a blind, like that's the danger with a blind let's play is like I don't want to play a game. I don't want to start a game that I've never played before. And it's like a longer game. Like Super Mario Brothers, this game, it's not long. I don't mind doing it, relatively blind. Because I know exactly how long this game is, and I know how long it should take me. Though we've really stretched our limits on that. Okay, alright. But I don't want to start like a longer game that I've never played before. And then like get to a point in it where I'm really actively forcing myself to record this because I'm not having a good time with it. And I don't think there's gonna be too, like, usually I'm pretty discerning about like knowing that a game's gonna be like that. Like genre wise, there are certain genres where like if you tell me to play a game in that genre, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm in for, and I have a pretty good idea whether I'll enjoy it or not. 2D platformers, 3D platformers, stuff like that. That's my jam, usually. Couple other genres, like some RPG stuff I enjoy. Action RPGs are a lot of fun. I've been wanting to, on the RPG front, I've thought about maybe doing Dragon Quest, getting into Dragon Quest, because that's a series of games that I've never touched before, that I think I'd like to try. I think I'd like to kind of experience, and there's a remake of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 coming out next month, and that'd be a fantastic place to start, so I think, be on the lookout, I'd say. If I'm going to do an RPG to start out, it's probably going to be Dragon Quest 1, or maybe Pokemon, because I'm very familiar with Pokemon. So, with Dragon Quest, it's something where, like, I think Dragon Quest 1 is sort of accessible enough where, like, I'll be able to, like, at least gain a pretty good understanding of it and pretty good enjoyment. And then, like, Pokemon I just know pretty well, so I would definitely be able to get a good playthrough out of that. But a lot of other RPGs, some more technical stuff. I just don't feel comfortable enough with like sitting down and really committing to something like that, especially because a lot of RPGs are pretty long games. Um, we'll see down the line how I'm feeling about that. But like puzzle games, generally, I'm not super into. I like Tetris, but not a lot of other puzzle stuff. Fighting games, I'm complete shit at. I enjoy Smash. I'm not good at Smash, but probably a lot of fighting game stuff you will not see on this channel. Puzzle game stuff you probably won't see. RPGs you will see sparingly. Um, FPS, not. Hmm, FPS is a tough one. I might do. There's a couple FPSs in mind that I would like to give a shot. To give a shot playing. My taste in FPS is pretty old school. I'm a big boomer shooter guy rather than a lot of newer FPS stuff. It hasn't really clicked with me. But like Turok and Turok 2 maybe playthroughs down the line. Keep an eye out potentially. But I'm also not very good at FPS games, and I feel like FPS games are one of those things where if the gameplay is bad, I don't really want to. I'm like too embarrassed to show myself playing an FPS because I am not good at FPS games at all, but I do enjoy some of them. But then it gets to be a point of like, do I want to record myself playing a game that I know I'm not good at and like show the world? But I guess that's what I'm doing here. I'm not good at this game, but I am showing off that I'm not good at this game. And maybe what I'm saying is completely incoherent. There's always that as well. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Oh. Okay, don't freak out. Shit. Dude, 7-1, man. 7-1 is 7-1 is a movie. 7-1 is a movie. I'm going to give it. All right, I'm going to game over on purpose. And here's what we're going to do. I am going to give it one more earnest go. One more set of 3 lives on 7-1 to see if I can make it through World 7. And if I do not make it through World 7 on this set of lives, I am going to stop the recording and leave it for part 3. Alright. Let's do this. Lock the fuck in, Gabe. Okay. Alright. But yeah, no, I'd be open to plenty of games in the future. Shit, okay. Okay. Not looking good. But yeah, leave your suggestions in the comments if there's anything you would like to see me play. I would be more than happy to consider any of the options. If you've got a particular game, even in a genre that I've talked about maybe not super enjoying, if there's a game you'd like to see me play through, leave a comment, kind of explain your reasoning as to why I might enjoy it. If it's not something I've heard of, or if it's not something I've personally played before. Just try not to pick crazy long games, because I'm not looking to do like a 60+ hour game right now. Like a Persona or something like that. Xenoblade. I love Xenoblade, but that's a game that I will probably never, ever play through, ever. Probably. We'll see. One day I may end up breaking that and playing Xenoblade. If I'm desperate enough to do a playthrough and I feel like recording it, then perchance. I guess I won't leave anything off the table, but those are long games. Those are big commitments of games. So I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you've got any kind of shorter game recommendations, especially stuff I can knock out in a handful of parts. Those would definitely be ideal. I've got a small list of games that I would like to do pretty soon there. With one of them, one of the big ones in particular, starting up as soon as I finish this game. But I'm going to keep that a secret until I finish this game, and then I will spill the beans on what it is. And, yeah, here we go. 7-3. This is the furthest I've made it still. And it may be the furthest I make it tonight. But, you know what? I'm not going to talk like that. Manifest victory. These fishes are, and that's it. Okay. Well, you can't say I didn't try. So, that is the second part of this playthrough done and dusted. I guess I'm leaving the rest of it to a part 3. Definitely expect this part 3 to be just as long as part 1 and 2, I would say. Part 2 ended up being longer than part 1 by like 20 minutes, and I made half the progress. I beat 4 worlds in part 1, and I only beat 2 in this part. I beat 5 and 6. So I guess I'm now a 75% gamer. I guess I'm 75% of a gamer because I've beaten 75% of this game. So 8 final levels. 8 levels stand between me and having beaten this game for the very first time. Will I do it in a third part, or will I not? I guess is the question here. So if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed my incoherent, sleep-deprived ramblings for an hour, go ahead and click that like button and share it around. Tell your friends. Like I said earlier, I would love to hit 50 subscribers by the end of this year, by December 31st. So if you can, yeah, share this around with people, let them know what I do, and have them see for themselves if they like what I do. I would appreciate that heavy. Leave comments. I guess today's comment question of the day, first comment question of the day, would be, what do you want to see me play in the future? If you want to see this crazy boy commentate over your favorite game, tell me what that is. Tell me why you love it. I'd love to hear your reasonings, just in general, like whether I decide to play the game or not. I'd love to hear why you love the game. So yeah, go ahead and comment, like the video if you enjoyed it, share it around if you could. And if you really liked it and want to keep up with the things I'm doing, the next game that I'll be playing after this one is sure to be an exciting one with some much better commentary, I promise. Then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to build up a little audience here. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer there. I'm gonna stop rambling, stop this damn recording, go to bed. Well, I'll probably upload this first and then go to bed. But I'm gonna sleep well tonight, let me tell you. All right, take her easy, guys. Garby Garblin signing out.